Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alex and I am a public speaker on autism. Now, I actually did one of my very first speeches I did about 10 years ago now, and it was on my Hopes for the Future, and it was a few weeks before I turned 18. And the fact of the matter is, my speaking skills have come on a long way since then. A lot of the jokes I tried to use at that point didn't always land that well.
It says my autism is a gift. Now, you might be thinking at that, you were speaking earlier about your asthma getting out of control. Maybe it's out of control at the moment. Maybe you should go and see a doctor.
So I've decided that it might be fun to basically do a reaction video to that first speech, where I basically look at some of the jokes I pulled and my speaking skills and see how well it still holds up. And if you like this video, please do give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. And I'm considering doing a part 2 where I actually talk about what hopes of my future I had at that point I've now achieved. I thought that might be interesting too. So if you want me to do this, please do give me a thumbs up, big thumbs up, and that like button. It really helps me out a lot. Hit the intro.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real honour to be speaking in front of you all today about my hopes for the future and what I hope out of life. And as Henry VIII said to his wife, I won't keep you for long. Now that joke about Henry VIII, I still use that to this day. And this was one of the first times I used it. I think it might have actually been the first time I ever used that joke. But I still, even to this day, whenever I give a speech, I almost always will include that joke at the beginning. And as Henry VIII said to his wife, I won't keep you for long. As Henry VIII said to his wife, I won't keep you for long.
And as Henry VIII said to his wife, I won't keep you for long.
And some people that have heard my speeches several times, particularly family members, have started to get really sick of hearing that joke, to the point where they're like, don't do the Henry VIII joke again, you do it to death. But the fact of the matter is, people genuinely do still laugh at it. It depends on the generation, of course. Some people don't laugh at it that much, but a lot of people do still find it funny, and it just seems like a great icebreaker. But for those of you that are watching this, if you have any ideas of other jokes that I could maybe replace it with, or other punchlines I could add to the beginning of my speeches, please do let me know in the comments below. I've started including a few other jokes at the beginning of my speeches, but that one, Henry VIII one, is still the one I tend to use the most. Now I'm going to speak about work first, the first thing that was on the slide. Oops. Yeah, no, I actually made a bit of a mistake there. I clicked on the clicker and then it went to, and then basically I turned the screen off. Now, believe it or not, I actually tried using that clicker loads. It actually took me a long time to fully be able to get it right. So, for quite a long time, I was playing with the clicker and it kept on going off again and again. When I was in my practice rounds, when I did this when practicing a few times beforehand, I tried using that clicker and it just kept going wrong. So, and even, it got to the point where I managed to capture it, but I still made a mistake there. But why do I want work? It'll give me self-respect, I like to earn my own money, for being relatively independent, it'll give me something to do in life. Yeah, quite a couple of reasons. I think so. Quite a couple of reasons. Excuse me, past Alex from 10 years ago, did you not know that a couple means two? Quite a couple of reasons. You've listed several reasons and then you say quite a couple. That doesn't really make any sense, mate. It would explain, wouldn't it? According to this test on the internet, my mental age is 4 years old. Yes, that's an internet test. That's just a joke, really. Okay. Now this was Another example of me trying to tell a joke but failing miserably at it. Like, basically, I did do this test on the internet to find out my mental age, and I did come out as 4 years old. But, you know, internet tests, they're not reliable at all. And the truth is, I did not actually think that my mental age was 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think that at all. You know, I think it's pretty apparent that my mental age, you know, isn't 4. But I was just, it was basically my attempt at humour. Like, I sometimes would see other people saying, like, oh, well, mentally I'm still 4 or something, you know, but they're joking. And that's the kind of thing that I was trying to do there. I was trying to make the audience laugh, but it came out so wrong. And I think the problem is I sounded deadly serious when I said it. You know, I said it in such a way like, according to this test on the internet, my mental age is 4 years old. You know, I said it in a very depressing voice, as if I believed it. But the truth is, I meant to say it more like, in fact, according to this test on the internet, my mental age is 4, you know, or something. I don't know if I quite got that tone right. But, you know, my aim before giving that speech was to say it in a more kind of slightly sarcastic type of tone of voice, even though I'm not the best at knowing how to do a sarcastic voice. But it came out sounding so deadly serious that everyone just didn't think I was joking. I was like really hoping that people would laugh, but they didn't. And when I explained this it was a joke, I think I got maybe a couple of people doing this forced laughter as if they felt they were supposed to laugh. Yeah, but if that's just a joke, yeah, that has no relevance. So yeah, that was definitely a very awkward moment in that speech, to say the least.
Well, I think that's all we have time for today. So I do thank you very much for watching the video. And again, if you want me to do a part 2 about what hopes for the future I've now achieved, please do let me know in the comments and give this video a big thumbs up. Take care. Goodbye for now.